As a chosen one, there's no doubt that you are destined for greatness. Okay, it's in your destiny to be great. And this is why over the course of your life, you find yourself facing setback after setback. You find yourself dealing with attack after attack. And the enemy does not want your destiny to manifest, because if they allow your destiny to manifest, they know exactly what you're going to do. You're going to help pull others out of the darkness. You're going to help others to manifest their destinies as well. You're going to help free others out of the grip of the enemy. And this is exactly why they attack you the most. This is exactly why they put you through so much, because they're working their hardest to derail everything that you start. They're working their hardest to destabilize you. They're working their hardest to deter you from walking on the path that you're destined to walk on. Okay. One thing about the enemy is that they're not going to attack you when you're living in sin. Okay. They're not going to attack you when you're not doing anything. Okay. When you are living the way the enemy wants you to live, they're not going to attack you. But the moment you begin to walk on the path you're destined to walk on, the moment you begin to do the things that you're here to do, the moment you begin to rise up, guys, that's when the enemy attacks you. Okay. Now, the enemy typically attacks 3 areas of your life to frustrate you. Okay. The enemy will usually attack your physical health, your mental health, or your finances. Okay. And they're doing all of this to frustrate you, to deter you, to give up on your destiny, to give up on God, and essentially to give up on life. Okay. In this video, we're discussing 5 telltale signs that your finances are under attack. But before we get into it, I'd like to take a moment to say hello and welcome to everyone. If you're new here, I go by the name Inspire Seeker, and on this channel, we discuss spirituality, personal development, and narcissism. So if any of that appeals to you, or if you feel called to, then by all means join us, and I promise you will not regret that decision. Also, I'd like to take a moment to welcome all our newer subscribers. If you're new here, welcome. If there's a particular topic you would like for me to cover for you, simply drop it in the comment section of our latest video, or send it to me in an email. My email is in the channel description, and I'll do my best to cover it for you. Now that we got that out of the way, guys, let's get into the 5 telltale signs that your finances are under attack. Okay. And I'd like to begin by saying that just like how a thief will not rob an empty bank or an empty house or even a broke person, is the same way that the enemy will not attack someone who is not worthy. Okay. You are facing all of these setbacks and all of these attacks because you are worthy. Okay, because you are destined for greatness, because you have greatness within you. Okay, you are going places where only a select few are capable of going. Okay, and this is why the enemy is working overtime. This is why the enemy is in overdrive, trying to destabilize you, trying to derail you, trying to deter you, trying to frustrate you to the point where you give up on that mission, to the point where you give up on that journey, to the point where you give up on what it is that you're here to do. Okay, so if you're a chosen one and you find yourself feels like you take 2 steps forward and take 10 steps backwards, every time you moving forward, there's something always seems to happen, then understand that you are being attacked, and there's a reason behind you being attacked. Okay, and that reason is because you are destined for greatness. It's because you are destined to reach higher, and the enemy does not want to allow that to happen, because if they allow that to happen, you are going to turn around and pull others up. You are going to turn around and free others out of the grip of the enemy. You are going to turn around and bless other people. You are going to shine your light to allow others to navigate their way out of the darkness. Okay, and this is exactly why the enemy is attacking you the most. They'll send their strongest soldiers after you in an attempt to frustrate your life, in an attempt to derail you, in an attempt to destabilize you, in an attempt to deter you from pursuing the dreams, from pursuing the destiny that you are here to manifest. Okay, so without wasting much time, guys, let's get into it. Okay, 5 signs that your finances are under attack. And the first sign is a sudden financial burden. Okay, suddenly you have this huge burden out of nowhere. You are living your normal life. Everything is great. You feel like you're making progress in life, all of that good stuff. And suddenly there's this huge burden on your life regarding your finances. Okay, now this could come in some form of accident. It could come in a form of some kind of loss. Okay, but how you would know this is an attack on your finances is that it's gonna be huge and it's gonna affect your finances in a major way. Okay, it comes very sudden, unexpected. Okay, and then you have to run around and juggle and try to put something together to fix whatever that issue is. Okay, now, as I said, this could be a sudden loss of a loved one, or it could be in many ways some form of an accident. It could be in a lot of different ways, guys. Okay, but it's a sudden financial burden. All of a sudden you have this big bill to pay, and it's not, when I talk about a big bill, I'm not talking about no small bill. I'm talking about something that's big enough to affect your finances in a major way. Okay, to the point where you may have to empty out your savings, to the point where you may have to sell some of your assets, to the point where you may have to dig very, very deep to cover this burden. Okay, this is an indicator, guys, that your finances are under attack. The second sign that your finances are under attack is what I call the rise and fall. Okay, the rise and fall. Guys, by this I mean every time you rise, every time you feel like you are at the top of your game, you are at the peak of things, you are at the highest of the high, something very major, something suddenly happens to take you off your high horse. This could be anything, guys, but every time you feel like you are rising, every time you feel like you are at the peak, every time you feel like you are at the top of your game, something suddenly happens to derail you. Something suddenly happens to bring you back down. Something suddenly happens to put you back to the ground. Okay, I've been there multiple times over, but every time I've managed to recover. But guys, pay attention to this. Okay, if you look back on your life, you may notice a trend that seems like every time you rise up, something happens that knocks you all the way back down. Every time you rise to the peak of your game, every time you feel like you are at the top of your game, something happens and it feels like the rugs get pulled from under you. Okay, and you come all the way back down to zero, back down to square one where you started. Okay, if you are experiencing this, guys, it's a huge indicator that there's an attack on your finances. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, the enemy attacks 3 areas of your life: your physical health, your mental health, or your finances. Okay, so if you find yourself, guys, having to come all the way back down suddenly after rising, after making a big move, after rising to a high point, and you feel like you just being derailed, the rugs had just been pulled from underneath you, the support had just been destabilize from underneath you and you fall all the way back down to square one, guys, you fall all the way back down to where you started, guys, that's a big indicator, guys, that your finances are under attack. If you're finding value in this video, then I'd like to ask you to drop a like and share your thoughts and your experiences in the comments. And if you're new here, then by all means smash the subscribe button so you'll be notified next time we upload. Now let's continue, guys. The third thing is your way of making money will become compromised. Okay, now this could be your job, this could be your business, this could be whatever it is that you do for money. Okay, it will become compromised. Suddenly you're having problems at your job. Suddenly you getting written up at the job. They're considering letting you go. They're considering suspending you. I'm going to use someone who drives an Uber, for instance. Okay, suddenly your vehicle starts having problems. Your vehicle starts breaking down every damn day. Okay, suddenly your way of making money is experiencing problems. Your way of making money is being compromised. Okay, it could be your business. Suddenly you sustain a very big damage or some huge accident happens at your business that will require you to pay out some money. You go through a big loss, maybe a big theft. You will experience difficulty in the way you're making money. Okay, and it will seem like you will struggle to pull yourself out of it. All right, when this is happening, guys, you are essentially being attacked financially because that's your avenue of making money. They know that's how you make money, and they are compromising that to stop your money flow. They are compromising that to stop your cash flow. Okay, this could also happen where you get very, very sick that you're not able to go to work for a very long time, or you get into some form of accident that you're not able to work anymore. Okay, this can happen in so many different ways, but essentially the way that you make money is being messed with. The way that you make money is being compromised to stop your cash flow from coming in. Okay, now, as I said, this could be anything. It could be your job, it could be your business, it could be any other avenue that you make money. But regardless, whatever that avenue is, you are going to experience some major problems in that avenue. And that's their way of disrupting your cash flow. That's their way of compromising the way that you make money. Okay, so if you're experiencing this, guys, then know that your finances are being attacked and that it's time for you to do something about it. Okay, number 4 is what I call the in and out cycle. Okay, the in and out cycle. This is when every time you receive money, something in your life goes wrong. Every time you receive money, something in your life goes wrong. So you get money in, something goes wrong, you have to get the money out. Okay, guys, I've gone through this as well. I know exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, you receive money today, the same day something goes wrong, or the next day something goes wrong, and you have to shed out that money back out to address whatever is going wrong. Okay, this could be your vehicle. You get paid today, your vehicle breaks down today. You have to go to the mechanic to fix that. You have to pay that money out. You get paid today, something in your house breaks that you have to go fix. You get paid today, something around you, your child becomes sick. Something around you will go wrong that you have to go spend the money on that thing. Okay, this is what I call the in and out cycle. As the money comes in, they create a way for that money to go right back out. Okay, so essentially, the money does not get to stay with you. You do not get to keep your money. You do not get to enjoy that money. You do not get to save that money. You do not get to do anything with that. As you get it, you have to turn around and give it back out. Okay, they don't want that money to stay with you. Guys, it's a big indicator that your finances are being attacked. All right, when you find yourself going through this cycle, and it will happen continuously, guys. If you study this pattern here, you will notice that every time there's a big money coming in your way, something happens. Something may happen before that even the money even comes. Okay, as soon as they notice that there's money in your channel, that there's money coming towards you, they'll create a problem there. So as soon you already need money now. As soon as you get that money now, you have to use it to address whatever issue is happening. Okay, you get money, suddenly your pipes in your house break, right? Your boiler breaks. Something in your house breaks that you got to go pay a contractor to address. You have to go spend that money to the mechanic. You have to go pay that money out to someone else. Okay, this is an indicator, guys, that your finances are under attack. All right, and I call this the in and out cycle. Okay, if you pay attention to it, you will notice that every time you get money, there's something happening here on the other side where you have to dish it out. Okay, every time there's money in your channel, there's something happening here where you have to turn around and dish it out. All right, so that's the in and out cycle. And the fifth and final sign is that there's this sudden confusion surrounding your finances. Okay, suddenly you're not able to account for your finances anymore. You don't know where your money is going. You know you were supposed to receive some money, but then you check your bank and you have no idea where the money went. The money came and disappeared that fast. It came and got spent that fast, and you have no idea where you spent that money on. Now there's this sudden confusion surrounding your finances out of nowhere. Now, all of a sudden, you're beginning to give up on your finances. All of a sudden, you begin to become discouraged about your finances. The way you're making money is being compromised. You're shedding out so much money. You suddenly have all these financial burdens out of nowhere. You begin to question what the heck is going on with your finances. You get money and you don't know what you did with it. You go to look at your account statements and whatnot. You have no idea where that money went. The money is being misused. You have no idea how, but the point of the matter is the money is no longer with you, right? The money is no longer there. And so you begin to have this confusion, sudden confusion around your finances. You're asking what's going on. What is going on with your money? What's going on with your finances? What's going on with the way you make money? What the heck is happening to you? Suddenly, you are confused. You're not able to account for your finances anymore. Okay, you know you get a certain amount of money every month, but suddenly you don't know how to account for that money. You cannot account for where that money is going. You cannot account for how that money is being spent. You cannot account for what happened to that money. Okay, if you are experiencing this, guys, then it's a telltale sign that your finances are being compromised, that your finances are being attacked, and that you need to do something about it. Okay, now I don't know what it is that you do. You may, if you're prayerful, then take this up in prayers. If you are meditative, by all means, meditate on this. But you have to do something. Maybe you have to do a cleanse. Maybe you have to, consult with someone who knows more than you. Maybe a priest or someone, a healer or someone who knows more than you. But you have to do something, because what's going to happen is this is going to continue on until your finances go into the negatives. Now you go into debt. All right. Now you go into debt to sustain yourself, and it will not stop there. It will keep going until you find yourself deeply buried in debt. And now everything that you do, you have to pay it out. Every money that you get, you have to pay it out. You cannot enjoy your finances anymore. Okay, so now you see how it took you from being at the top of your game. Okay, it took you from being financially free, financially secure, to now you're buried in debt out of nowhere. Okay, so if you're experiencing any of these signs, any combination of them, guys, pay attention. Okay, if you experience one, pay close attention. Okay, do something about it before it's too late. Next thing you know, you find yourself deeply buried in debt. Okay, so I hope I made it clear enough, guys. If you've experienced this along your journey, take a moment to share your experiences in the comment section so we can help each other, and also share these messages with your loved ones so we can all become aware. And if you're new here and you find value in this, then by all means stick around, because there should be another video or playlist popping up somewhere around my head here. Stick around, get more information on spirituality, get more information on narcissism. Other than that, I'll leave this here. Until next time, guys, peace, love, and more life.